You tired of lies and leftovers? The Real Black Agenda is crushing 3 bestsellers list. Grab it on Amazon or hit the link in my Instagram bio at @TheBusinessBully before they try and silence it. Here's a scientific fact. The next nuclear holocaust we have, human beings most likely won't survive. You know who will? Roaches, rats, and bats. I'm saying that to you because survival isn't the flex you think it is. I'm tired of us being so excited about just surviving. I know it was a good part of the Good Times theme song, scratching and surviving. No, we ain't got time for hanging in the jive and ain't we lucky we got them, all that. No, there is nothing good about just getting by. Like, that's the starting point. It should not be your goal. If your goal in life is just to survive, I almost said something that would have gotten this channel a strike, but I decided against it. All I'm saying is, change your mindset. Survival should be the baseline. I don't know if you know this or not, but I go into this in my new book, The Real Black Agenda. I talk about how we have always survived, but everything that this country has, as far as its foundation goes, comes from our ingenuity, our creativity, and at bare minimum, our 400 years of free labor. We make things work for everybody else, but we don't put that same energy into making things work for us because we're so busy trying to survive. But when I was a young man, I used to watch In Living Color, and they had this skit called Hey Man. And I don't know if Jamaicans are offended by that skit, but it said something. It said that anytime you were breaking your neck to do whatever you needed to do to make ends meet, you were still looked upon as lazy, as if the only thing we have to offer is our labor. Let me tell you something. If you're working 3 jobs to make ends meet, and I'm not judging you when I say this, I'm just stating a fact, you're a slave with Wi-Fi. That's just what it is. I work 3 jobs. You want a cookie? My mother, who's 78 years old, worked on an assembly line, put together televisions, and drove a school bus so that she could put herself through Cheyney University and then eventually the University of Pennsylvania. She never wanted a participation trophy for that. And she also didn't think that survival was the goal. It was provision and growth and scaling. Some of the things that I've been able to do, some of the things my late brother was able to do when he was with us, God rest his soul, were far beyond my mother's wildest dreams. I'm sure they were far beyond our father's wildest dreams. God rest his soul. To me, it seems not only asinine, but foreign and disrespectful to your ancestors that all you want to do is survive. Survival was a goal for a period between 1619 to 1865. I understand survival being the main thing because you got masters, whips, slave catchers, dog catchers, heat, overbreeding, being fed scraps. That's not your condition now. And if it is, maybe you need to schedule a session and we can talk about business coaching because you're not living up to the potential that you have inside of you. I hate to break this to you, and I'm not one to pin everything on white supremacy, but the system of white supremacy has told you that surviving should be the goal, and somehow ownership, wealth management, legacy, and any type of succession plan for your children somehow just didn't make it on your vision board. You think that's a coincidence? Where's Umar when you need him? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? When you go to these jobs and you got to sit down with Skippy Rabinowitz or, Tom Jenkins or, Michelle Kramer's ass, and they're patting you on the back for surviving the conditions that they put you in the first place, they're gaslighting you. Also, and I will stand 10 toes down on this, a lot of this culture that they've put into your brains, this corporate culture, this be glued to your phone, be ready for a call anytime the boss calls you after hours, but you can't have your phone out in your cubicle. That's also from keeping you to be creative. That's also keeping you from fulfilling your dreams, because you can't do that if your boss is ringing your phone, texting you, emailing you, making you check the Slack channel, the Monday channel, and what else other intricate system they have to keep you tied to the situation. You're in a cubicle matrix. By the way, and I don't know if we can pull up a shot of this, but in case we can, have you ever seen the aerial view of a cubicle farm? It really resembles a rat maze. And you wonder why they call it the rat race. The prize is your paycheck and you the rat. Just trying to survive. Just trying to make it through. Even the way you talk to each other. Utterly disgusting, and there's no life in it. Listen to what you say. Yo, Kareem, what's going on? Man, I'm just hanging in there. First of all, your ancestors hung. You are blessed to be here, and you have to put yourself in a position to win. That is your responsibility. But you always walk around with death in your mouth. Every single religious text tells you life and death is in the tongue. Everybody says it. What you speak will determine how you move. It's not the only thing, and I'm not turning in to some metaphysical being trying to sell you the secret. But what I am saying is there is some validity to how you carry yourself, how you look at your situation, and the fact that you are neglecting to plan for your future the way you plan for Saturday night. I know I just triggered you. Get over it. It's the truth. We have to start moving long term. You want to do better than survive? Do you really want to thrive? If you want to thrive, let's just run down the checklist, shall we? Do you have life insurance? Is it term? Is it whole? Something. Hell, Primerica only costs $50 a month. And I'm not saying that's the world's best insurance. I'm not saying it's the world's worst insurance, but it's something so that you can cover your situation. Do you have a savings account? Do you have a high yield savings account? What are you doing about your credit? What investments do you have? And I know there's going to be some smart ass in the comments go, well, I've got investments and I got savings and I'm still trying to survive. Then your mindset is trash. You have not discovered what it is you're lacking so that you can move forward with purpose and authority. That is the point here. Survival should never be your goal. The only time you should be talking about being a survivor is if you've beaten cancer or you're taking first prize on a CBS reality show that involves tiki torches and an island where you're stranded. Other than that, you're engaging in the trauma porn industrial complex, population you. And if we are going to succeed as a people, it needs to stop not now, but right now. Survival is the starting point. But if they can convince you that reaching for crumbs should be the goal, then you'll never, ever find any way to make plans to own the bakery. My name's Dave Anderson. If you've got a question for Ask Dave Anderson, you can always email me, dave@businessbullyshow.com. Make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe, and share the channel right here at I Never Knew TV.